Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. And once again, we're starting with a new Gunpla announcement. The Premium Bandai Limited High-Grade D Gundam Second, a more combat-oriented modification of the D Gundam First. But despite being a modification of the first, and also despite being a remold of the first, I think the second might have more new parts than you might think at first glance. Like, the torso and the head definitely still look the same, but then you've got the lower legs, the arms, the backpack, and even the shoulders that are quite different. For the weapons then, we get some that are the same, like 2 beam sabers, a drill shotgun with drill bit that can be shot out, a rivet gun, 2 wire bombs, a bird glue gun, a magnetic anchor launcher with anchor that can be shot out, rivet gun, and dummy launchers. And then we also get some new weapons, like an upgraded shield, more combat-oriented knuckle crashers, a bazooka with movable handle, and connected beam rifle with grenade launcher, and a lead wire to attach it to the backpack. I think it's been quite a while since we've gotten a high-grade kit with this much accessories, and not for a bad price either. 3,080 yen, 20 US. It's of course just a shame that it is Premium Bandai Limited. If you want to snag some normal kits though, you can do so over at Hobbling Japan and Vivian Blue. Shopping through the links down below directly supports the channel. And related to the Gunpla news, in the Gundam-based satellite stores in Nagoya, Kyoto, Sendai, Hiroshima, and Kanazawa, they're celebrating the 5th anniversary of the Gundam-based satellite stores. From March the 1st until the 31st, customers who buy over 3,000 yen and buy at least 2 items will receive an original Gundam-based satellite sticker. From the 1st until the 15th, it is a marking sticker sheet featuring the logo of the Gundam-based satellite stores, and from the 16th until the 31st, the sticker will feature a Haro design based on the city that it's in. So, some really cool little extras. And what's also really cool is the figure news. And our first announcement was tied together with a gaming announcement. Today, the Barbs in Gundam Extreme Vs. 2 Infinite Boost has had its design changed to match that of the upcoming metal build Barbs 4th form and Boomerang Mace. But if you're paying attention to the screen, you might notice that the video game Barbs has an accessory that the metal build Barbs doesn't. Yet. Because together with this, they announced that an expansion set will be released for the metal build, based on what was put into Extreme Versus. More information coming soon. An announcement then that we have all of the information for is the Robot Spirits Messala version anime. Unfortunately, this information does include that it's Premium Bandai Limited and that it has quite the price tag. 18,700 yen, 120 US, making it one of the more expensive Robot Spirits figures out there. Although it is of course one of the bigger and bulkier ones too. As for the accessories, it comes complete with 2 beam sabers, 2 standard beam saber blade effect parts, 1 curved beam saber blade effect part, 2 beam cannon effect parts, an action base, different hand options, and of course a fully featured transformation and even extending wrist claws. And all of this can be yours in August. Next up, we have some good news for the Hathaway's Flash fans. The Sorcery of Nymph Circe has now been seen by over 1.2 million viewers and has grossed over 2 billion yen. And despite now already entering its 5th week, it still managed to rank 6th in the Japanese box office. And for people who go watch the movie in this 5th week, they will get 2 freebies. There's a triple set of mini artwork featuring Hathaway, Gigi, and Kenneth, and there's a G-Generation Eternal Code for a special challenge stage. Although, this challenge stage will be the same one as the one from the 4th week's freebie, so there's no 2 different stages and you can only use 1 code per account. Also, they now did specify that the code is only usable in Japan. 2 freebies that everyone gets then are these 2 official gifts that are shared on the official website. I'll have them linked down below, and in case you don't know how to download images onto your device, they have instructions on how to download them. Cute. GQuuuuuX then will be getting a limited time cafe in both Tokyo and Osaka. The Tokyo one will last from March the 12th until April the 12th and will be located in the Box Cafe and Space Tokyo Solamachi store, whereas the Osaka one will be from April 23rd until May 24th and will be in the Box Cafe and Space Kite Osaka second store. And we've got a pretty unique concept going on here. The GQuuuuuX Café has Each Choice of Justice as subtitle, and so you have to choose one of two entrances to get into the cafe. One side is the GQuuuuuX side, and the other side is the GFred side. And depending on which side you pick, some menu items will change, and you'll also get a different freebie for making a reservation there. The GQuuuuuX folks will get a Machu and Shalia sticker, whereas the GFred people will get a Nyan and Xavier sticker. Or, if you're lucky, 1 in 10 customers will get a rare sticker set, consisting of a Shuji and Char sticker. As for the menu then, the common menu consists of red Gundam tomato pasta, a Gundam GQuuuuuX version Mont Blanc, Machu strawberry soda, Nyan's orange juice, Shuji's pomegranate butterfly pea drink, Shalia's herbal green tea, Xavier's chamomile tea, and Char's cassis orange drink. People choosing the GQuuuuuX path then can also choose from the GQuuuuuX burger, Victory chicken over rice, a Haro parfait, and a Kikaroga parfait. And those choosing for the GFred path can choose from the GFred burger, Nyan's Khao Mangai, a conch parfait, and Xavier's custom pancake. And of course, there's also a bunch of merchandise there that you'll be able to buy, featuring Machu, Nyan, Shuji, Shalia, Xavier, and Char. You can get them on can badges, 3D acrylic keychains, trading cards, acrylic stands, postcards, and a clear file set. Meanwhile, on the gaming front then, Gundam Battle Operation 2 has had a busy week. On Steam, the RF Kempfer has joined the fray, while on PlayStation, the FA Engage Gundam A-Plan has become available, as well as a bunch of other things, like the First of Spring campaign. They're still a bit early to be celebrating spring, but I don't think anyone is going to complain about the stuff they're getting. There's a login bonus, a free daily special supply drop, a special boosted supply drop, limited special missions, and recon team reinforcement, which will give you better containers. And if you need some good company during these missions, you can purchase the VR operator Aina Sahalin. That is, if you're not banned, because they also made a special announcement that people who continue to harass other players will be permanently suspended. In SD Gundam G Generation Eternal, they're celebrating Cersei by giving all players the SSR Kenneth's leg and 300 diamonds, and on the 28th, Gundam Age main stages will be added. Something that is paired with a login bonus and a bunch of new units, like the UR Gundam H1 Normal EX with UR Flit Asano, and the UR Gundam H2 Normal EX version with UR Asemu Asano. And finally, for the Arsenal-based arcade game, they're releasing the official card book Volume 1 and 2. The books will set you back 3,850 yen a piece, 25 US, and together list all of the cards released from release until February 2025. Each book contains over 1,000 cards, and they will also come with a free promo card based on the cover of the respective book. There's the Freedom for Volume 1 and Kira for Volume 2. In other news then, we got some new images for the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Special Edition 4K Remastered box, and Gundam has launched a collaboration with JR East. In 22 stations across the Tokyo metropolitan area and the Niigata Shonai area, you'll be able to collect a stamp. And the more stamps you collect, the more freebies you get. The event will last until the 9th of June, and I will have the official website with all the information linked down below. But before you rush out to go collect these stamps, they are unfortunately all digital stamps that you collect in an app. And most of the prizes are either more digital stamps or entries into a lottery for which you probably have to live in Japan. There is a B2 poster you can get though, if you visit one station in Tokyo and one in Niigata. As for the standard things you could get this week then, we started off strong on the 20th with the Ichiban Kuji Universal Century Saga. One ticket will cost you 850 yen, around 5 US, and the prizes you can win are a new Gundam Bus Design figure, a Char Masterlice figure, 2 sound boxes, a bust magnet featuring either the RX-78-2, GPO-1, Double Zeta Gundam or Zai Gundam, an adorable rubber magnet, equally adorable acrylic stands and carabiners, and some really cool posters. Plus, if you also happen to get the last ticket, you'll also get a Sazabi Bus Design figure as a neat bonus. And on the same day, some Gundam Wing merchandise got a re-release in celebration of the upcoming Endless Waltz Blu-ray release. There's an acrylic art panel for 3,850 yen, 25 US, a set of 5 Shikichi for 1,650 yen, 11 US, 5 acrylic stand and can badge sets for 2,200 yen each, 14 US, and an endless calendar for 3,300 yen, 21 US. Nice, an endless calendar from Endless Waltz. But one day later, the real big things dropped, and in the case of the Master Grade Full Armor Double Zeta Gundam version Katoki, it is big in every sense of the word. A big price tag, 12,540 yen, 80 US, and a big box with all of the parts for this massive mobile suit. And we finally got some more promotional images so that we can now finally admire it in all of its remolded glory. Although the different color scheme and the slightly different parts do of course give it a very different feel from the previously released FATs. And if all of that armor just isn't your vibe, you can also remove it to turn your full armor Double Zeta Gundam into the enhanced Double Zeta Gundam. And you have a lot of other display options to choose from as well. All of the missile pods open up, the double beam rifle can be handheld or attached to the arm, and one of the backpack missile pods can be removed to install the Hyper Mega Cannon. You know, just in case this thing didn't have enough firepower already. And that wasn't the only Master Grade release that day. There was also the Master Grade Super Deformed Destiny Gundam. Going for 4,950 yen, 32 US, the Destiny aims to be a much more lean and mean machine, and despite being a more, stubby Super Deformed kit, this Master Grade Super Deformed kit beautifully encapsulates that feeling of the Destiny Gundam. And just like with the full armor Double Zeta, you're gonna have a lot of posing options. We've got a beam rifle, a shield with effect part, 2 beam boomerangs with long and short beam effect parts, anti-ship sword with beam effect part, and model kit exclusive extension mechanism, beam cannon with also model kit exclusive extension mechanism, and even a set of wings of light. And under the hood, we of course have the beautifully detailed inner frame that the Master Grade Super Deformed line is known for. Finally on the 21st then, there is the option parts at Gunpla 20, right on set. For 1,980 yen, 13 US, you could get a combination of the previously released Machine Rider and Mega Ride Launcher. And, well, that really is all that this set is. Moving on to the 23rd, which was basically Gacha Day. Starting with these Gundam Head Collection keychains. They go for 400 yen a spin, a little under 3 US, and the available heads are the Zai Gundam, Odysseus Gundam, Mass Production Type New Gundam, Regular New Gundam, Sazabi, and Alpha as Yeru. Or for 500 yen a spin, a little over 3 US, the Gundam X Miku figure collection got a restock, featuring Miku in mobile suit inspired onesies. There's a Zakutu sitting version, Zakutu leak version, Char Zakutu, and Char's Zagok. And technically also a gacha is the newest lineup of Gundam Carddass cards, this time all from SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. One pack of 3 cards will set you back 200 yen, a little over $1, and there's a total of 32 different cards to collect, with the rare ones being holographic. On the 25th then, you could test out both your luck and your skills with the Unicorn Gundam Bust Sensor Light, Destroy Mode. if you put your hand in front of the sensor, it'll light up, which is like a really cool thing to have on your shelf. Just like the Emotion Big Jacket Collection Char's Counterattack Blu-ray. It goes for 9,680 yen, 62 US, was also released on the 25th, and is designed to be nostalgic, looking kinda like a laser disc of old. And finally, we have like a bunch of items that were released in late February. For 24,200 yen, 155 US, there was the Gundam Girls Generation Four Murasame, based on a famous illustration made by Hiroyuki Kitazume. She comes with a really nice base to put her on, which also kinda gives you like a painting vibe with that frame around it, but if you don't like the frame, you can also display her without it. Next up, for 20,900 yen, 134 US, there was the Gundam Guys Generation Kamille Bidan limited edition reprint version. Simply put, it's a slightly more expensive re-release of the older Gundam Guys Generation Kamille Bidan, and as far as I can tell, there's no actual differences between the two. Like, I guess the box will be a little bit different, but the figure itself is the same, and even the promotional images seem to be the same. As for the accessories, he comes with a base to put him on, and you can choose between a head with or without helmet, and then for that helmet, you can choose to have it with or without the visor. And if all of that made you short on money, then maybe it's time to start saving with the GQuuuuuX Haro Charabank. It's a piggy bank shaped like the Haro from GQuuuuuX. It goes for 4,180 yen, 27 US, and if you remove its hat, you will find the slot to put your money in. It's advertised to be capable of holding 50 500 yen coins, which is almost the exact amount needed for that Gundam Girls Generation Four Murasame. For this week's reading material then, there was the March issue of Grand Jump Mucha, in which Gundam Rust Horizon is being serialized, the April issue of Shonen Sunday Special, in which Gundam Aggressor is being serialized, the April issue of Gundam Ace, in which a bunch of Gundam series are being serialized, the April issue of Model Graphics, featuring a special on the Perfect Grade Unleashed New Gundam, the April issue of Hobby Japan, which also featured a special on the Perfect Grade Unleashed New Gundam, as well as a bonus booklet telling you more about the New Gundam and its other various Gunpla, and there was the GQuuuuuX animation guide, called Dawn of a New Era. It's a book containing all kinds of things about GQuuuuuX, like setting drawings, columns about Universal Century, explanations for various terms, and also interviews with the main cast and staff. And what we also got this week were a bunch of tankobon volumes. There was Volume 4 of Gundam F90 Cluster, Volume 5 of War in the Pocket, Volume 2 of the new version of SD Gundam The Comedy Warriors, and Volume 1 of Gundam Wing Half Point Preventer Set. Turns out, the 7 is French. And kinda related to the reading material are these 3 Haro book items released by Takura Jimasha. For 3,839 yen, 25 US, there's a Spring Haro shoulder bag and keychain combo. For 3,619 yen, 23 US, there's a Haro-shaped pouch, and for 3,289 yen, 21 US, there's a Haro Dango plush keychain. And what do these items have to do with books, you might ask? Well, that's a question I'm also asking, because the thing is, the item names all end with book, and the description on Gundam Official does say that they come with a publication of some sort, but that is all they mention about these things coming with books. So, moving on to this week's apparel news. Last week, I made a joke about Bankore. They hadn't released anything for like 2 weeks in a row, so I said that they were definitely going to be back this week, and they were going to be back with a bunch of acrylic items. And they did. Releasing in April are acrylic stands of the RX-78-2, the gun cannon, the gun tank, the Jim, Sharp Zalker 2, the standard Zalker 2, the Goof, and the Dom. All of which are available as big acrylic stands for 2,860 yen, 18 US, and standard acrylic stands for 1,430 yen, 9 US. which are kind of funny prices because even the standard acrylic stands are more expensive than most of the high grades of these things. But you can also get them on a t-shirt or a hoodie. For 5,500 yen, 35 US, you can get an Earth Federation Space Forces t-shirt featuring the gun tank, gun cannon, and RX-78-2, or a Principality of Zeon t-shirt featuring a standard Zaku 2 and Char Zaku 2. And those same designs you can get on a hoodie for 8,800 yen each, 56 US. And finally for Bancore, also releasing in April is their Gundam Wing Profile Collection, featuring brand new artwork of the 5 Wing Boys in profile. You can get them on a tote bag for 3,300 yen, 21 US, a face towel for 2,200 yen, 14 US, a pass case for 1,540 yen, 10 US, or, of course, an acrylic stand set for 4,400 yen, 28 US. Each one of the Wing Boys has their own stand, which can be connected to form a neat circle. Strict G, meanwhile, announced their Washer Nylon Parka collection. There's a blue Char's Counterattack one with Alros logo, or a black Cersei one with Mafty's logo. They go for 17,600 yen each, 113 US, and are slated for a March 14th release in physical Strict G stores. And this week, it wasn't just Bancore and Strict G releasing Gundam apparel. From Cospa, we're getting 14 new items in late April. For 8,800 yen, 56 US, you can get a zip-up hoodie in Zeon Mobile Assault Forces moss green or black, Principality of Zeon moss green or black, HGUC gray or black, Titans gray or black, A.N.I.M.E Electronics gray or black, the 08th MS team gray or coyote, which I didn't know was a color, but anyways, Neo Zeon moss green or black, and Cersei moss green or black. Then for 16,500 yen, 106 US, you can get either an M51 jacket or fatigue jacket. The M51 jacket comes in moss green or black, featuring markings from Zeon, A.N.I.M.E Electronics, the 08th MS team, or Cersei, and the fatigue jacket comes in moss green or black as well, with markings from Zeon or the 08th MS team. And last but not least, they just announced a collaboration between Cersei and Difference, a brand of custom-made suits. So, of course, these are gonna be some of the most expensive pieces of apparel that we've looked at in quite a while. There's a Hathaway's Flash suit, starting from 64,900 yen, 416 US, a Hathaway Noah suit starting at 86,900 yen, 557 US, a Kenneth Sleg suit starting at 117,040 yen, 750 US, and a Gigi and Lucia suit starting at 84,645 yen, 542 US. But as a bonus, you will get a coffee mug with that new art drawn for this collaboration. And you'll of course want to complete these custom-made suits with a custom-made shirt. They go for 16,500 yen, 106 US, and they're available in Hathaway Gray, Kenneth White, and Gigi White. But wait, that's not all. Buying one of these shirts will also get you an acrylic stand featuring either Hathaway, Kenneth, or Gigi, and I'm just gonna assume that you will get the matching one here. And to complete the look, you can get a Hathaway or Kenneth tie for 14,300 yen, 92 US. Unfortunately, these do not come with a freebie. What goes for all of these items then is that you can choose the lining. In the promotional images, they all use the lining with screenshots from the anime, but you can also choose for a more muted lining with the Mafty logo. Items with the anime lining will be available in different stores on the 27th, so like today in Japan by the time this video goes live, whereas items with the Mafty logo will be available in late March. And that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.